Hello, everybody. Shantae, Brandon, Vulcan, Mo. What's good, everybody? Boot Hill. Welcome, welcome. And of course, the bots. The good bots this time, though. Not the ones that get banned. Hope everybody's doing well. Yes, you may have noticed new transition. I'm excited about it. It's pretty cool. I also wanted to tell you of some other things that have changed for the stream. Some of them are going to be secret until they come up, just because I think that'll be more fun. And most importantly, the biggest change that I'm excited about for now, we have a new Back Soon screen made by the lovely Miss Val Kitty, aka Lucy. Here we go, right here. She redid it for me, and it's very nice looking. I think it's quite good. I am in the process of trying to replace the various elements of our stream that I think could use a tune-up. So eventually we will have more and better art. So we're working on that. But that is currently, those are the big changes that have happened. Otherwise, it is business as usual. What's up, Ginger? I'll be here for real in like 30 minutes, going home from the store now, and phone is on its last 8%. Alright. Went to Disney World yesterday and it started pouring rain. I got soaked. Damn. That can kind of be good, though. The times where I've been at like a theme park and it starts raining, it's kind of good because it clears people out. Like the crowds kind of go, and then you can ride stuff a lot faster. You know. All right. Here we go. So, I thought it would be fun to start with, first off, I feel like the music's super quiet. We'll try like that for now. Yeah, that feels better. Alright, so I thought we'd start by polling for Jufufu because I haven't yet, and it'd be good to get her. So, here we go. Meow meow. Alright.
Sleeping pillar!
There's the boy.
Stands in my way.
Always good to see him back. Another Billy.
I'm the Starlight
Check the
Knight.
Moonbase general chat. Let me see. Let me see what we got here. General chat. Alright. Yeah, that is a proper torrent of rain. Damn. Well, I mean, was it at least fun in the end? What's up, Tiago? Welcome in. You're just in time to pull for the cat. Weird delay on that one. Alright, let's see.
Aside from combat,
Yo, S rank Ben. Alright.
Soldier 11 reporting
Boo.
for ready for action.
Boo. I don't want Soldier 11. I haven't built you. Damn. Well, only thing we can do now is keep going. Got to ride Guardians of the Galaxy Nice. Was it fun? That ride didn't exist the last time I was at Disney, so I've not ridden it. Alright, what do we got? The Benjin. Do I might not be able to pull for her Wenjin at this point. I have M3 Soldier 11 and never used her. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like Soldier 11 the way that she plays. Spicy Soldier, Vulcan's preferred choice if losing 50-50.
Sweeping pillar!
Yeah, if I had to lose to somebody, I don't know who I would want. You can use the free-to-play option or Nako's Wenjin if you have it. I think I have hers. Wait, but Jufufu is a stun character. You can't. How would you use Nakomata's Wenjin? It was fun. It launches you backwards. Phew. I actually don't love theme park rides, TBH. But I'm glad you had a good time. Alright, we've got enough to do that. Welcome to my luck. I'm at 81 pity after losing 50-50 with Rena at 73. It's pain. Damn. Well, I hope you get the pulls you're looking for soon, Ginger. My Soldier 11's built, but I use DPS Ben instead. Hell yeah. Me too. Welcome in, Master Dwarf. Got another Sokaku. Okay. We will get the cat. I have to complete my my new team with the what's her face? The bird lady. Not Neko, the other one I can't think straight. Pulchra? She's the other cat. But Pulchra's a support, right? Let's just put those over there. Seth. Well, it couldn't be Seth because Seth is a defense type, right? Alright, here we go. See what we get. Kaleda, okay.
I'm Jufufu, disciple of you.
Yay, we got the cat.
Right?
We get the cat. Cool. Is Kaleda's a good replacement for Jufufu's? Because it's 64 searches. I don't think I would make it to the pity, right?
And his name is John C.
Yo, welcome in, Lexi. Good to see you. So we got, it's 1600 for 10 pulls. So I could pull 4 times maybe. So that's not enough to get to the pity for this Wenjin. Do I have Kaleda's?
Spending money always feels so good.
Yo, Master Dwarf, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. 11 months. That's a lot of months. That's almost a year. It's a good reminder for everybody. We are a month away from the 1-year streamiversary. I will be staying up 24 hours on July 21st. And it will be a good time. We'll have lots of fun guests. And with every sub that you give, I will eat a melatonin or drink a shot of hot sauce. And with every 5 subs, or, $25, the equivalent of these things, I will drink a shot of wine in addition to the other things. So, it'll be a good time. I hope you all can be there. And I see your chug there, alright? The thing I've got to chug is this coffee. So, this will be something. Alright. There we go. Are you gonna stream and go to Gen Con at the same time? I don't know, man.
I shall follow you.
I'll have to find a way.
We fight, huh?
I have 2 guns. Come on, let's
I
get
think
to work.
Awaiting
I
further
think I can make it
instructions.
happen. Ugh. Oh, beans, I got another Ben. Hey,
Ready and waiting.
you should be glad that you can get another Ben.
Fufu's here.
Alright, what do we got? I do not have Kaleda's Wenjin. Box cutter. Who's box cutters? That's not a specialty one, is it? Oh, yeah, okay. That's Polkra's. I see. Alright.
Today's reading is Be a Hero.
I'm gonna try to pull her Wenjin as well, because I don't think I have a good replacement for it. We'll have to see. What we can get. The A-rank fossil engine works as an alternative. Is it like a good alternative, or is it just like there? What's up, Lexi? Good to see you. Actually, I don't even know if I actually have the fossil engine. Wait, it has to be a
We fighting? Hey,
stun
don't look
type.
down on me.
Yeah, I don't think I have a fossil one. Best free-to-play choice, I see. Yo, what up, Derfaxorus? Welcome in.
You
All
wanna
right.
test my hammer?
We're gonna try to get this. So help me God. Fuck, I keep pressing the wrong one. You have this stuff for 5. All right. I'm gonna try. So good because of the ER. ER. Are you saying you're in the ER, or was that the fuck? Nicole, what are you doing in here? Among all the Wenjins. I had to go to work out of nowhere, so I'll mostly be lurking. Fair enough. Well, hopefully your work is not stressful. Hopefully you have a nice, relaxed work time. Yo! 2S? Yeah! Kind of bummed that the first time I get 2 S ranks is for a Wenjin instead of a character, but... Wait, whose is that? The Brimstone. Who's that? Soldier 11's engine. Oh. Well, man, I don't want to build Soldier 11. Why does the game keep giving me all this shit for it? Yo, pizza event? That's cool, I guess. What's up? Ola Soiru? Is that
Thanks
that
a
it?
lot.
Yo. Well, Ola Soiru, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I lost my 50-50 to Lycon, but I'm focused on Orphe. Okay. Builder. I just don't like the way Soldier 11 plays. Damn, you got our Wenjin and have a guarantee again. Yeah, I suppose I do. What can I say when you have these kinds of skills? It kind of is a bummer though. I don't want her Wenjin. I didn't build my soldier either. Evelyn or bust. Yeah, my fire team is weird. Because Ben and Bernice kind of take the damage times for all of that stuff. But cool. I'm glad I have the cat. Though I'm now going to have much more building to do. I was building Pan Yinhu. He's like mostly there, but I also ran out of all my stuff. So now I have to just do it over time. It's gonna be a while before I can get Jufufu all built. But we're now ready to do the story. Is this the story, or is this a separate event from her story thing? I like Soldier 11, but since I have Lighter, Bernice, and Evelyn, I don't use her. Yeah. Not pulling for Jufu, not a fan of her design, even if she's cute AF. Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly care about her specifically, but my team with Yixuan and Pan Yinhu, I really wanted to get it fully with the team, because I like the thing where they like come in and out when you do her specials and all that. They really need to work the BP. I'm at 58 and almost always cap out 2 weeks early. It is wild that I've been doing this for so long and I'm still not max level. Behind in the story, so I'm dipping. Alright, Boot Hill, have a good one. See you later. And welcome in, Tomb. I did notice you. I just didn't want you to think that I missed it. So, welcome in. Alright, let's get this story started. Yo. That's sick.
In the Hollow Era, the court was corrupt with decadence. The martial world stood leaderless. Bandits ran rampant, and people suffered unbearably.
Love the Chinese cinema-like intro. Yeah, that was super cool. I was gonna say, I know this whole part is supposed to be kind of inspired by like old Hong Kong kung fu action kind of movies, so yeah, that's a super cool, super nice touch. Really, really cool.
Yet heroes of righteousness still rose up, blades drawn and raised to champion justice. The frontier town of Phylum Heights had seen frequent bandit raids, until one day a warrior emerged from the mountains with a roar.
Who dares disturb the peace on our streets?
Dude, it would be like a touch of gold if they made the voice actors do the like old style of like Chinese movie dubbing, you know? Like if you go watch an old Bruce Lee movie, the people are always talking like really stilted and weird, where they're like, "Hey, you there, come here, what are you doing?" You know? That would be like perfect. if they did that.
Oh, where'd this hero pop up from?
Is this part of the script? I told you to read the script carefully.
I'm a disciple of Yunquei Summit. I won't stand by and watch you do this.
What the hell am I supposed to say to that? You didn't read it either?
A Yunquei Summit disciple? You mean...
Huey to arms!
Her Wenjin talks?
Huey is the arms.
Watch as our heroine swings her club with skill and throws her fists with fierce precision. The vicious bandits are left trembling, their courage shattered, and their menace stripped away. What a young hero in the making. Another beautiful tale to go down in history.
Eggman?
At least it would, if the bandits were actually bandits.
Please spare them, good lady. They're not bandits.
The director explains at length until our heroine Fufu finally understands how movies are made.
Wow, that's awesome! I loved watching those movies with martial arts heroes when I was little.
She's a menace. She's just going around attacking people.
Ouch! Well, it feels like you're a real expert.
Doesn't
now.
sound like him. I mean, I kind of hear it.
Maybe it's because I've watched so many movies. I feel I should always step in and help whenever I see injustice.
Wow. Might want to watch less then.
I was too impatient and clueless just now. I barely left the mountain, so I didn't know any better. If I've caused any trouble, I apologize.
We're really grateful for you sparing us, good lady.
I get it now. You're actually a young master from Yunquei Summit, right?
We're all workers from Phylum Heights, working part-time as extras on the set to support our families.
If it weren't for the selfless masters of Sui Bian Temple during the mining accident a while ago, we would have...
Don't mention it. That's our duty as the disciples of Yunquei Summit. As long as you're all safe and well, Shifu will be pleased.
As long as you're all safe and well, now that I've destroyed your ribcage.
That's why, despite the misunderstanding, we hope you don't take it to heart, young master.
These are separate issues. Swabian Temple will take care of all your medical bills today for sure.
What?
Now that we understand each other and the matter is settled, I have to go take care of the task Shifu assigned me, so I'll be on my way.
Bro, what kind of shit is that? The temple will just pay your medical bills? That's wild.
Young master, please, wait!
Hey, Benry in chat, how's everything? Been busy playing P5X, hit hard pitying out Joker and Standard Anne. Nice. It's going alright. We're doing this, this Jufufu story. Also, why is this guy like a grown-up version of like a street urchin in a turn-of-the-century novel about Britain? Like, based on how he looks, I'd expect him to be like, "Oh, young master, please wait. I'm just a little street urchin, I am. And I'm trying to get me some grub." Isn't that most of us? No, I mean turn of last century. In our souls. Bro, I don't know about you. I'm an old man. Alright. Let's... music down, but all volume up. Alright, that's probably better.
Your ears, your tail, they're different from the usual cat thyrans. Could you be a tiger thyran like Mr. Sungwon?
Speaking of kung fu films, I remember playing some Sifu recently. I wanna play Sifu. It looks like it's super fun. Although the Steam summer sale's going on right now, so if any of you are looking for games, now's the time to buy them.
You can tell I'm a tiger thyran? That's right.
I knew it! I I was watching your impressive fight and was immediately struck by inspiration.
Huh?
Bro, you can't cut to that guy like that. Dude looks like he painted his hair to look like hers.
Master Tiger is fierce indeed. But the audience has seen too many stories about the legendary, righteous, and sword-wielding hero saving the world. They've gotten bored of it. Why not add to the story a young hero fresh out the mountain, yet equally brimming with fierce determination?
What are you trying to say, director?
Fresh out the mountain sounds like an in-universe way to say fresh off the boat. Like that kind of hits the ear fucked up.
Oh, Master Tiger, your popularity hasn't decreased at the box office one bit. But the current market demands new faces too.
Just color the hair. Yeah, just hold a comb to your hair and then spray paint through to get that effect.
Once we pass Phylum Heights, where else would we find such a young, spirited, beautiful, and extraordinarily skilled hero?
Extraordinarily skilled hero? Are you talking about me?
I feel like Jufufu is probably a terrible actress. Like, I don't necessarily have any reason to believe that, but I feel like she would not do well when she has to actually pretend to do it.
Yes, you, young lady. I can tell you're very talented. Have you ever considered a career in the entertainment
P5
industry?
gotcha has pulled me. Man, the gotchas never end.
Not at all. Mr. Director, even if we disciples of
the
your
reason
place
they're
some
called
step
gotcha.
away from our teachings and return to normal life, we don't usually pursue such careers.
Let's not rush now. You see, not only is our movie starring the retired kung fu superstar Sung Wong,
Bro, they fucking retired his ass.
Is he a Tiger Thyran too? Oh, I remember now. You're Mr. Sung Hwang. You starred in loads of martial arts movies.
He looks like he's 23, and they're like, yes, he's this retired old man. Like, a few seconds ago, they were like, no, you're still in demand. You know, you're a big movie star. And now he's like, so it's featured deadbeat retired actor, Mr. Sung Hwang.
The young lady has good taste. I'll consider your suggestion, director.
Between Fine Coming and my favorite girl from Snowbreak getting an upgrade, I may have to give ZZZ a break. Honestly, I mean, if I weren't playing it on the stream, I don't know that I'd be able to keep up. Like, there's so much happening in this game, it's amazing to me that you guys can manage to play multiples of these games at once.
But I'm not really cut out for acting. I can't even put on a stern face to make Shifu attend morning lessons. Besides, I still have a task to complete.
but wait, the biggest
I
surprise
still
is
have to
still
find the
come.
One Piece.
Hey, didn't you say my return is the big surprise?
The real highlight is, all of our fight scenes for the movie will be shot inside the Great Hollow in Waifei Peninsula.
Only play ZZZ and Genshin. ZZZ more than Genshin. Yeah, I mean, Genshin at this point seems like you would have to do that as your job to, like, get caught up at this point.
That sounds really impressive, but Mr. Director, I really... Wait, shooting inside the hollow? Isn't that dangerous?
Danger is just a publicity stunt unless it actually happens. All these years in the filmmaking industry have taught me one thing.
Currently only playing ZZZ, HSR, and Reverse 1999 for Gacha. I mean, 3 seems like a fuck ton of work.
No matter how brilliant your talent or sincere your creation, they pale in comparison to the power of eye-catching height!
Yes, he's right, and that's why Michael Bay is the greatest film director of all time.
Brilliant talent or genuine creativity? Which exactly do you have?
Sung Hwang, this is our chance at a comeback. We have to seize every opportunity.
Then you must be taking all the necessary precautions, right? Working inside the hollow is incredibly dangerous, not to mention the lingering miasma and the Exaltist's growing presence in Lemnian Hollow.
We have! Thanks to Mr. Sung Hwang's connections, we've obtained a hollow
We
entry permit from
have.
the HIA. The officials shouldn't give us any trouble.
Playing more gacha now, so ZZZ, HSR, Genshin Impact, Black Beacon, Madoka. You guys could just be making these up for all I know. I haven't heard of half of those. I can think of Michael Bay as more explosions than the American military budget. Yeah, that's his bit. He loves explosions and he's damn good at them. My Genshin account's been around since 2022, so I kind of ran out of what to do on there until the next map update to explore. And 100 in like 2 days again. Unemployed behavior goes brrr. That's fair.
It's said to be an area cleared of ethereals and miasma. Very safe.
Well, Madoka's a classic anime. Well, I've heard about Madoka Magica, but I didn't know they had a gacha game for it.
An area cleared of ethereals and miasma? Does such a place even exist within Lemnian Hollow?
I think this proves how old I am in my soul compared to you guys. All of you are playing like between 2 and 5 gacha games at once. Meanwhile, the game I've been playing the most recently is F-Zero GX on the GameCube emulator on the Switch. Like...
Mr. Director, this area you're talking about.
I don't understand you kids with your Star Rails and your Genshins.
This is the exact area Shifu asked me to investigate.
Strange
coincidence.
Based on a true story.
I should report this to her and double check with the association to be sure.
Old man. I am, dude. We went climbing at
I'm touched by your
a different place
appreciation
this
of my
weekend.
talent, but I really do have
And
a
it
task
was
to attend to.
it was a pretty
So sorry, but I
interesting
cannot
place.
oblige.
Because the place I usually go is it's smaller, so they can't do as much with the holds for where the space is. And like after climbing that day, I felt like I was not going to be able to walk the next day. Which I think a large part of that is also just it's so hot out that like I'm getting dehydrated quicker and easier, and then I'm just like drying out like an old person. But
Not everyone seizes every opportunity that comes their way like I did when I was young.
Oh well, art always has its flaws. Anyway, Mr. Sung Huang, the crew is ready, so let's head to the hollow entrance.
Huh? You're going now?
Roxas, if you want advice as far as your free 5-star of choice, Ryuji is the best. Obviously, he's the coolest. And then Anne, and never Morgana, 'cause fuck that stupid cat. I fucking hate Morgana. All my homies hate Morgana. You think the Master Tiger guy has a cereal brand? Probably. He's doing the commercials and he's like, they're great.
The Hollow is unpredictable. What's safe today might not be tomorrow. As a disciple of Yunque's summit, surely our young master here understands.
So, will you be escorted by security guards
LOL,
or
depressed Tony.
association investigators?
Yeah, he's not Tony the Tiger, he's Anthony the Tiger. Please don't call me Tony. It's not a fun name for me.
Well, you see, we're on a tight budget and spent most of it on the crew and special anti-corruption filming equipment. Of course, a large share of it also went to Mr. Sung Huang's paycheck.
It's a reasonable budget.
So you're telling me you
Look
don't
at
even
that
have
smug
security to
face.
protect the crew? What kind of standards are the HIA
He looks like
using to
such an
issue permits
asshole.
anyway?
Sometimes get bored of modern games and just pull out my 3DS to play some of my like 70-something physical copies of childhood Nintendo DS games. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to older games that you just can't get in the modern era. And I think in large part it's the willingness to like make you fail, you know? Like, that's what I really like about F-Zero GX, is, like, it's genuinely really hard. Like, I have not beaten any of the Grand Prix on the hardest difficulty yet. I spent days just trying to beat the final Grand Prix on the medium difficulty. It's like, it's just a really hard, really fast racing game, but like, I've been super loving it because it's really satisfying when you finally actually win a race, when you've been like struggling to get above 15th the whole time, versus like the new Mario Kart's really fun, but there's absolutely the same old Mario Kart horse shit where like, oh, I'm in 16th, I use this item, now I'm in 3rd. Or conversely, I've been in 1st this entire race, well, now because of some bullshit, I'm back down into 20th, you know? It's definitely like, it's something that you would want to experience if you've never played games like that. Like, if I had kids, when it came time for them to like start playing video games and stuff, I would probably start kind of with a mixture of games, you know? Like Mario Kart Double Dash to start with, something kind of old but still newish that, you know, that has some of the modern bells and whistles.
I'm ready to sacrifice myself anytime in the name of art.
I will also say, like, Breath of the Wild was a great game. Undoubtedly. Fantastic Zelda game. But I would never probably choose that as the one to go back and play compared to, like, all the other Zeldas out there. Like, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, stuff like that. I feel like there's a reason why people still think of those as, like, those are amazing games. Where, like, Breath of the Wild, now a lot of people are kind of like, yeah, it's kind of got a lot of problems. What up, Monarch? Welcome in. And I kind of bounced off of Tears of the Kingdom for that reason, to be honest. Like, there were just a lot of problems that the more I kept playing, the more I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, you know?
I'm not planning to sacrifice myself for anything.
Relax! We have all these professional martial arts actors on the team, as well as Mr. Sung Hwang, a kung fu master with extraordinary abilities.
I'm getting the feeling that this guy's gonna be like King from One Punch Man, where he's actually not really a martial artist.
Alright, the hollow waits for no one. We need to get going.
Hey, wait!
The movie crew starts tidying up their equipment. It seems they really are planning to head to the Hollow at once. Well, sucks for them. I'm gonna go get some food. Nah, I should probably go with them. Oh my, Miss Fufu, have you changed your mind? I've been eagerly awaiting you joining us. Miss Fufu is certainly skilled, but she's got her own mission to handle. Director, you shouldn't push her too hard. Oh, come on, Miss Fufu won't steal your spotlight. Weren't you also just a fresh-faced rookie when the director found you, and that's how you got your... Hold up, what's this about stealing my thunder? Accuse me of being petty and I'll have my agent make an official complaint. What do you think the age gap is between Master Tiger and Ju Fufu? 'Cause, like, she's supposedly an adult. He's supposedly, like, old enough that he's already retired from acting, and this is his comeback. Maybe Tiger Thyron's just like age a lot slower. Like, what if he's like 80 years old? When we were on lockdown, believe me, 1,000 hours on Animal Crossing on my Switch was nothing compared to how much time I spent playing my first ever save file of Stardew Valley. Yeah, Stardew really came out of nowhere and just grabbed the entire world by storm. Maybe he's a Disney star. Maybe. I don't know. The answer is anime logic. That's true. That's one of my favorite parts about Hajime no Ippo is watching Takamura be like, "Hey, old man," to Eiji Date, who goes, "Stop calling me old man, I'm 28." And he has like, they drew him like he's 40, but he's like, "I'm 28 years old." Like, 28 is kind of old for a boxer, but also like, bro, you didn't draw him like he's 28. You drew him like he's about to retire from a normal job. Did you hear that? Miss Fufu's one of the most formidable mystics among the most righteous sects. Besides, with Miss Fufu joining in, our producer will be quite pleased. The producer thinks so too. What character should I play? Listen up, Miss Fufu. The story of the legend of the Tiger Warrior. In the Hollow Age, when darkness runs rampant and evil creatures spread like wildfire, Master Tiger, played by Mr. Sung Hwang, can't just sit back and watch. With a burning desire to save all living beings under heaven, he has to take action. Master Tiger treks through waters and mountains to reach the frontier town of Phylum Heights, determined to scale Mount Purgation, now a lair of supernatural creatures, to retrieve the Purgation Bell, a sacred artifact capable of suppressing demonic energy across the realm. Let's put aside that epic, thrilling roller coaster for now. Miss Fufu, you'll be playing young Tiger, who fights evil and defends the way alongside Master Tiger. I think Master Tiger can handle the evil purging solo. Bro, don't be a bitch. So, Miss Fufu, how about it? A righteous mystic like yourself must surely find resonance in such a stirring, epic tale of heroism. Call it an epic all you want, but it's just another kung fu flick with the same old cliché plot. Yeah, I've seen a million that sound like that. I had beef with Benjamin and AC, so I ended up logging out of the game to stop him and his shenanigans. It's funny when you use AC as an abbreviation, because you could be talking about like 5 or 6 different game series. Like Assassin's Creed, Animal Crossing, Armored Core. There's another big one that I don't remember. Oh well. Mr. Sung Hwang, genre films aren't as simple as you think. Besides, it's exactly because the plot isn't that original that we need fresh faces in the cast. You just said it loud and proud. I'm in. Alright, I can see that troubled look on your face, and I already know what you're wanting to ask. You definitely want to take a photo with me as a souvenir. I get it. Given how many films I made in my younger days, it's totally normal to have some young fans from my own kind who look up to me. Damn. Ace Combat. Yeah, that's another one. We're gonna fucking ruin this guy's life. No need to be shy. Come on, take a pic of me and Fufu right now. What about CA? You mean, California? Remember playing AC instead of paying attention to my online classes. Didn't understand the classes anyway, so AC was more entertaining. Ended up failing 11th grade, but the next school year I was back in the classroom and passed with straight A's. AC wasn't even the problem after all. Still mad as hell I lost that first island because I accidentally formatted my Switch. Damn. That might be why it was abbreviated ACNH. Yeah, that makes sense. The thing I don't understand about Animal Crossing is you can't just like play it in advance, right? Like there's only certain things you can do on certain days. So if you need those certain things to like progress, you just have to sit and wait, right? There we go. Perfect. Time travel. Yeah, I guess that's possible. I just don't want to play a game where you have to adjust the clock to be able to play it like any normal game would play, you know? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Just looking at their postures in the photo, I can't imagine anyone better suited for the roles. Just having two Tiger Thyron stars performing together is bound to draw a huge wave of movie fans. A photo of two Tiger Thyrons, that's pretty rare in this day and age. But making movies isn't something you can pull off with just gimmicks alone. Shooting crew is all set. Once Miss Fufu's ready, we can head out to our filming location. The situation in the Hollow changes rapidly. This is a hard-won filming opportunity we've got here. Miss Fufu, we can't afford to miss our window. Alright, let's do it. What? Evelyn, what are you doing here?
I'll protect you from any danger.
I'm here.
Guess she's part of the story.
Hey, don't look.
What brings you here this
We'll throw you in just for the hell of it. So, I saw the F1 movie. It's not terrible, but I wouldn't say I recommend you see it. It is something I saw. I will probably never see it again. It's mid. Yeah, it just didn't affect me at all. Like, I don't know. It was just kind of like, it's what I expected, and then it was over, and it was like, okay, well, on to something better. Like, it was okay. It wasn't a bad movie. It just also wasn't good enough for me to be like, oh, if you have a couple hours to spend watching a movie, you should definitely watch it. I didn't even know that they would make it. Well, it's because Brad Pitt got really into F1, so he was like, oh, I'm going to make this thing, and it was... yeah, I don't know. It might be worth watching if you're a fan of F1 when it comes to, like, streaming services. But certainly not worth paying to go to the theater. Especially because if you are an F1 fan, it's like... some of the shit they do in that movie is incredible. Like, it's... even just, like, the basic understanding of watching a couple races, you'd be like, yeah, that's not how that works. That doesn't make any sense. As far as for motorsport film, it looks good enough. I mean, if anybody wants a really good motorsport film, Ford versus Ferrari. Amazing movie. Incredible.
Hey, you! The new PA. Handle the equipment carefully.
Oh, I'm...
Yep,
What?
right there. That's the spot.
repair the monitor. Bro, I don't know how to repair a monitor. What? Oh, I see. Wise taught her.
I fixed it. Alright, I can check this off my list.
Local cat gets the zoomies. Local cat does Naruto run. Why am I the one setting up the gear? I'm not the director, and I'm not like a camera person. And also, why are those two guys dressed exactly the same?
They say in the Hollow Era, the court was corrupt and falling apart. The martial arts world stood leaderless. Bandits ran rampant, and people suffered unbearably.
Can we move on? Everyone's already heard that a million times.
Have patience,
This guy
Master
sucks.
Tiger. Setting the scene before starting each day is a way to help everyone get into character. It's a part of the routine. Not to mention we have a fresh face on the crew. Everyone, please welcome...
Director, one mountain is too small for 2 tigers.
It's fine. It's fine. Everyone says I don't really look like a tiger anyway.
Bro, Master Tiger's a bitch.
Self-awareness is a virtue, but as my kin, I think you ought to show a little more spirit.
Master Tiger, you've seen what she's capable of. With the 2 of you in the same frame, our movie is going to be a hit! The industry has been in decline these past few years. If this works out, it'll be a big win for you, don't you think?
Huh. You're clouded by greed. I'm a professional actor with integrity. What is it they say? Always have reverence for the arts.
Didn't you retire?
Working with an
Why
unprofessional
do you care?
actor is going to be a real challenge for me.
I've seen lots of your movies when I was little. I'll learn fast.
Now you're playing cute.
You see, the kid's a big fan of yours.
Yes, but I'm just small. I'm not actually a kid.
Of course, of course. Child labor would require additional insurance.
Bro, didn't even say child actors or like, he specifically said child labor.
Anyway, back to our scene. The story today happens during Master Tiger and the young tiger's journey in search of a demon-subduing artifact, the Purgation Bell.
Alright. Let's fuck shit up. Oh, that's a fun
As soon as
start
Master
thing.
Tiger and Young Tiger set foot on Mount Purgation,
The wind stirs, rustling through the grass. Suddenly, a group of bandits jump out of the woods surrounding the mountain path.
Cut! Who the fuck was that?
Do you smell it?
Do you smell what the rock is cooking?
The light passing through the ether, leaving a unique mark on the film roll, while the fragrance called story fills the air around us.
Wow, that sounds incredible.
Bro, what is this music? This sounds like something from Animal Crossing.
So, there's a reason you keep producing bad movies.
Huh? Has the director only made bad movies?
Bad movies? They were just overlooked gems that never received proper appreciation.
I didn't know you cared so much about your third-rate work.
It's a good, happy music. Yeah, it reminds me of like the music you would hear in a like the rules explanation part of a Mario Party minigame.
Mr. Tsongkwang, isn't it a little harsh to criticize someone's hard work like that?
It's fine. Anyway, footage shot inside the hollow has a really unique
Oh, yeah.
feel.
My friend and I went to play Mario Golf on the Nintendo 64 emulator, because that's the only Mario Golf I actually never played. And you can tell that was back before they really knew exactly like how they wanted Luigi's catchphrases to be. Because you click on Mario, and he goes, "Here we go!" You click on Luigi, and he goes, "Here I am." And it's like, what? Here I am? The fuck is that? You never said that before in your life. It's also weird because you click on Wario and he goes, "Here we go." So it's like, well, why is Luigi the only one who says "Here I am"? Like, it's super weird.
We should still be careful. I can sense that the ether activity around us is far from calm. This was never a safe area, was it?
I do really love the voice acting in the Nintendo 64 era, though. Because, like, Luigi sounds, I think, better back then compared to now. I don't like that Nintendo made him just, like, a huge coward all the time. I find that to be kind of a lame way to go with his character, but whatever. But they're all so distinct. Like, in the modern era, Waluigi is, you know, he's like, wah, here, Waluigi, you know. Back then, he sounds like such a fucking scumbag. You pick Waluigi in Mario Tennis, and like, you pick Wario, he's like, Wario. You pick Waluigi and he goes, Waluigi! You're like, what the fuck? Who was that? Who was that guy? But I don't know. It's probably nostalgia because I love the Nintendo 64, but at least he has a cult following. I mean, I like Luigi more than Mario. Luigi was always my favorite, but, you know, I like him better when he's like the calmer younger brother who's like a little less bombastic versus now where he's just like, wow, Mario, there's a bee, help me.
But it adds authenticity to the setting of the film.
Mario, Daisy wants to have sex, what do I do? Oh no. Like, bro, just like, stop making him such a loser.
Mr. Director, I hope some miasma hasn't gotten into your brain.
Forget about Invasion Next Gen and Behemoth. After everyone sees our on-site footage,
Oh,
those
he's
other
made
movies
some of the
become
actual
full-rate
movies that you
failures.
can use in the movie store. Oof.
Are you just accepting the fact that your movies are third-rate?
In any case, with Mr. Sung Kwang and Miss Fufu's seamless teamwork, and with 2 skilled martial artists guarding the set, our production is foolproof this time!
Alright.
Please let it be over soon. I still have Shifu's investigation to look into.
Scene 1, take 2. Continue rolling.
I need to focus on the real task, investigating the miasma disturbance
Wee.
here. The ether flow is nothing out of the ordinary here either. Oh well, I guess that's good news. I should regroup with the crew before they start worrying.
Miss Fufu, you shouldn't wander around by yourself. Even if it's a relatively safe area that's been searched, we're still inside the hollow after all. Getting hit by roaming ethereals would be bad news. Like, bro, I'm the only one who could handle that. What are you talking about? Then I believe you will keep everyone safe. No time to waste. Let's get rolling with scene 2.
The bandits running wild here have terrorized these lands for too long. Naturally, the 2 tigers cannot stand idly by.
Dude, the other day I was doing the,
Young tiger...
what's it called? The, not the Shiyu defense, the other one. I don't remember the name. But the one where you get stars. You like 3 star... Deadly Assault, that's it. Thank you, Tiago. Yeah, I was doing Deadly Assault, and just to, like, see how it would go, I used just Yixuan and Nicole as my ether team. Just 3 stars right off the bat, super easy. Like, she is ridiculously strong.
Swift yet still.
Damn, that sound effect was good.
Mount Purgation, despite its name, has long been overrun by rampaging fiends. And within the shadows, dangers far greater than bandits lie in wait for the 2 heroes.
That's a very Phoenix Wright looking cut. Objection! Absolutely brilliant. I can already envision it. We're about to drop some epic fight scenes that'll breathe new life into the long-dormant martial arts film scene. Miss Fufu and the Ethereals make such a perfect combo. I'm already completely hooked. Director, if Miss Fufu hadn't accepted the invitation to perform, I would have been the one doing that scene with Ethereals just now. Well, doesn't that prove I've got an eye for talent? The whole crew and I signed contracts with the producer. We can't leave the Hollow until we finish the shooting schedule, or else. Miss Fufu, I know this might be asking too much, but could you please help us finish filming the last shot today? Okay. While everyone's moving to the new filming location, let's investigate the miasma.
These ethereals. All of them are tainted with traces of my
What a time for that to cut off. They're all tainted with traces of my You're what? I mean, if she's a cat Thyron, I mean tiger Thyron, but tigers are just, you know, big cats. There is potentially reason to believe that she would be like marking her territory with her scent, you know, the way that cats spray. And I bet tiger piss is way worse than regular cat piss. I don't know, something to think about. Miasma.
Is everyone okay? Take a moment to collect yourselves. We're getting ready to shoot today's
Third.
third scene.
Not a way to get through that, I guess. Guess not. Alright.
Huh? Where's Miss Fufu?
I scouted the area nearby. There's still a risk of another ethereal attack. Hurry up with the shots and let's get out of the Hollow. I feel like every director in this universe is like, my movie's gonna be different because I'm shooting in the Hollow. Like, that's what like 90% of the stories have been, is somebody going into the Hollow because they're like, it's special.
A heavy, foul miasma
I've arrived.
rolls in.
Welcome, David.
Demon King ruling over this mountain.
Hope
has
everything's
arrived.
going well.
Swift yet still.
We got Caesar King and Jufufu. Nice.
Really got its claws out.
I also got Jufufu and her Wenjin.
And that's a wrap for the day. Thank you all for your hard work.
Every time people choose to do things in the Hollow and they're like, bet you never saw that coming. Yeah, that, and they're always so surprised when ethereals show up to fuck their shit up.
Mr. Director,
As well as M1 Soldier 11 on my Caesar
least
pole.
bit shocked by
I
the
also got
reveal.
Soldier 11 when I was pulling for Jufufu. Does she have, like, extra likelihood of being pulled currently, or is it just, like, random? Because I think somebody else also said they got Soldier 11 when they were pulling.
In fact, it almost feels like the ethereal attack was just part of
It's
the
just
script.
meant to be. I mean, I guess it was, because when I... that's what it was. It was me. I forgot. When I was pulling for her Wenjin, I also got Soldier 11's Wenjin at the same time. I got like a double one, which was wild. I got Rena. Oh, that's what it was. You got Rena, and somebody else said that they had an M3 Soldier 11.
Accidents happen, of
That's
course.
what it was.
But not all accidents are bad, right? Just like how you joined us. It was all thanks to a random accident. A happy surprise of an accident.
Oh, that was me. That's right. That's right. Tiago has the M3 Soldier 11. Ginger got Rena. And here we are.
Everything is going according to the producer's plan. Nothing will go wrong, so you just relax, Miss Fufu.
No, something's really not right here. I need to go back to Shifu for a divination reading.
Today's shoot went smoothly. I'd say it was even better than expected. Thanks to everyone's hard work and you for joining us.
So
Miss
funny to
Fufu.
be ending the day of shooting on like a high note where it's like everything's going well, and then in the background it's just like
It's entirely thanks to everyone's support and Mr. Tong Huang's guidance.
Quite the contrary. Miss Fufu taught me a lot.
whatever. I hate you.
Tomorrow we'll shoot the drama sequences before the action ones. so be sure to get up early and meet at Phylum Heights on time. Especially you two, Miss Fufu and Mr. Sung Kwong. We can't have our two protagonists late on set now, can we?
I'm gonna call it now. I think Master Tiger, or Sung Hwang, or whatever. I think he is specifically trying to attract ethereals, and that was his plan originally, so that he could attack, or he could fight them off, and then there'd be this big story through the movie about like, oh, he's so cool and powerful. He actually fought those ethereals. That's my thought. Mr. Blessings came through, M6 Ben. Hell yeah. We also pulled another 3 or 4 Bens, but he's already all maxed out for me, so like Hercule Satan. Well, not really like that, because he's more of like,
Oh, 2 protagonists?
he's more of like he fakes it to look like a hero, where this guy, I think, would actually have thought like, you know, I can fight off these ethereals for real. I'm gonna endanger the crew to do so. But then, you know, there'll be this story behind the scenes of like, oh, he actually fought the ethereals.
We're filming again?
Oh. Hello? Hello? Where'd the screen go? Come back. There we go. I wonder if secretly acting in movies would bring shame to the sect. She's gonna show up and be like, Shifu, I'm sorry, I should be like, yeah, no, I was there, remember? Isn't this like old ZZZ? The humor's on point. Yes, it's definitely more like the old style versus like the newer, you know, here's the tragedy of Darth Fufu.
I'm at my wit's end, Shifu. I've had it with all the acting. But what if they go inside the hollow again?
Want to pull on the Wenjin banner because I'm missing a copy of Pillar, but I accidentally saw who might be rerunning next. I need that Wenjin more. Yeah, I mean, you can always get more copies of Big Pillar. I feel like at this point I've gotten enough that I could max him out. Like, I could max out that Wenjin like 3 times. I feel like Yishuan would be like, yes, keep the money coming. I mean, great job with the acting. You're a natural.
What is it, Shifu? What does the reading say?
Yes, it says here that God wants you to continue giving your money to the temple.
I don't know about the reading, but I've always said you've got the potential to become a star.
Shifu, have you been listening to the point I'm trying to make at all?
It's good to have a more silly story instead of another depressed backstory. Not that one is bad, but it's good to have something different. Yeah, well, you know, it's like all the best comedy movies typically have a moment where, well, I guess in comedies it's not necessarily much of a balance. I feel like most comedies are actually just comedies. But in, you know, drama movies, I feel like the best dramas, the ones that really pull people in, also tend to have some good humor in it. You know, like The Wire or Sopranos. It would be too much if they were just like bummers all the time. So you gotta have some funny dialogue, or, you know, something like that. You gotta have both to make it feel good, you know?
You are a rare tiger, Thyron. You're smart and adorable, quick-witted, and incredibly talented. You could succeed at anything. As your Shifu, I don't mind you venturing into the realm of cinema, but the world is filled with distractions that can cloud your judgment.
Is it tickling your writer brain? I mean, in a way, I do like seeing all the references to old, like, kung fu movies and stuff.
Shifu! I'm talking about the safety of the film crew and the odd situation with the
But-
miasma. Not to mention there are also signs of the Exaltists being involved.
Honestly, I think I probably burnt myself out on writing to a degree, because I went really hard on writing the book for a while. So now I feel like I just need a break for it, but I have been wanting to get back into it, so hopefully soon I'll be getting back into it.
Suspicious indeed. But in my opinion, you should stay with the crew and keep an eye on how things develop. The readings suggest the same.
So I'm going back to acting after all. How embarrassing!
It is the duty of mystics like ourselves to protect and to seek. Besides, think of all the bragging rights your Shifu will get if you debut on the big screen.
I order you to become a movie star. Today's shoot starts in the city. Looks like we're filming some drama scene. I really hope I don't have to say anything embarrassing. Definitely one of my favorite agent stories, though I didn't play most of the 1.0 ones. Yeah, a lot of the 1.0 agent stories I didn't think were amazing. Rena's was really good. Rena's might have been my favorite, but a lot of them were, fine. We're shooting the non-action scenes in the city today. Are all the main actors and actresses here? Camera crews in position. At the Tiger's Inn in Phylum Heights, martial artists from every allegiance are gathered, with undercurrents of good and evil swirling beneath the surface. And it's precisely in these crossroads of good and evil word on the street flows fastest. On this day, young Tiger arrived at the Tiger's Inn to gather intel about the Purgation Bell. My favorite was Lycon's, but maybe I'm just biased because I'm a simp. Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems to be, is if you're a Lycon simp, people tend to be like, Lycon's is the best. But if you're not, I was like, it's alright. But it might be one of my favorite quest period. I mean, I'm certainly having a good time with it so far. There are 3 characters before me, each with complex backstories and mysterious origins. Who should I approach first to inquire about the Purgation Bell? Why wouldn't they just tell you who you're supposed to go to? Elderly lady, I guess? Just because the old people are always like the smart ancient warriors in these movies, so she's probably like a secret warrior or something. What brought you to me, young lady? Old ladies who show up at hotspots in martial arts movies are never ordinary. See? Exactly. You're a mysterious elder from a hidden sect. Who's this granny? Don't think I've seen her around before. Is she even in the script? Ah, bro.
If you don't have it, just say it. No need to scare an old lady like me by yelling so loud.
The mysterious old lady seems to have lost interest in chatting. I would honestly compare this quest to Lycon's the most more than Bernice's, though I haven't played it. Feels like Lycon's quest if you learn more about him in it. Not gonna lie, I liked Lighters more than Lycon's, but again, I'm a simp. Yeah, I think the simpage is doing a lot of the heavy lifting on those ones. I think it's because Rena's reminded me of a certain event when I was a kid, and it helped me process some ancient ginger history. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a touching and very sad story of like this old lady who's kind of lost it, but she wants to do the right thing, and I love Lighter's quest and I'm not a simp. Fair enough. Let's try her. Whoa, well if it ain't the legendary young tiger, shouldn't the legendary one be Master Tiger? Miss Sweetie, let's fix those lines. Well, well, if it isn't the one and only Master Tiger's protege, the up-and-coming young tiger who's been making quite a name. Yo, if I could pick one NPC to become a playable character, it would be that Bruce Lee looking motherfucker back there. He looks so cool. So what brings such an esteemed guest to my door today? Come to think of it, you must be tired and hungry from your journey, young hero. How about I have the waiter prepare some wine and dishes? I mean, think about it. He could use nunchucks. It'd be sick. Got to know more about the character I already really like, so just made me like and understand him more. So I suppose I just simped more after the story quest. Well, and you know, I have nothing against you guys for enjoying that quest for sure. I just gotta say, Rena's is the best, I think. Don't want to get too personal, but my mom was a first responder for the OKC bombing. Oh, yeah, I can see how that would strike a chord then. That's pretty crazy though. My mom was never anything like that, so I never had any kind of connection like that, but yeah, I just thought it was a good story. Any other guests? There's nothing but hot-headed fools with a sword drawn here by the Purgation Bell to seek fame on Mount Purgation, or the usual bunch of crafty yet dim-witted bandits looking to fish in troubled waters. The Purgation Bell is renowned throughout the world. This is a lot. It's said its chimes can subdue any demon or spirit. It was originally enshrined on Mount Purgation near the Phylum Heights as a gathering symbol for mystics slaying demons and exorcising evil. However, in recent years, the mountain has been infested with various forces of evil, and therefore the bell has gone missing. Just need to play that quest knowing it probably still had TV gameplay, and I waited too long for Crystal to be replaced. Yeah, it was mostly like TV gameplay, though that was really the one mark against it that I had, was the TV gameplay kind of interrupted a lot of the gravitas of the story at times. The warm-hearted proprietress seems to have lost interest in chatting. Okay. Rena's was awesome too. It made me think of my grandma. Hope my grandmama doesn't get to the stage of life where she forgets about me, because not gonna lie, I wouldn't know how to cope with it. Well, the thing to remember with situations like that is it's not necessarily that they like forget you. They forget kind of the memories of you, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of people who have dementia or Alzheimer's or any of those things, like, they will still recognize the person by the feelings. Like, they're like, I know I love this person, but, like, you know, they might not remember exactly who you are, if that makes sense. Which is something. That tough-looking fighter's acting all cocky. Time to show him what young Tiger's made out of. Cast a sharp, piercing gaze. Tough-looking fighter seems like a hard nut to crack. Why don't you kick his nuts and crack them? Send regards to his folks. Tell him an ill-timed bandit joke. Okay. Best not to open with that kind of talk when you're out in these streets. Plenty of orphans like me running around. Just tell him a joke then, I guess. Forget about recent events, but they remember a lot of their younger life. Still soul-crushing. Yeah, I feel that. It's definitely something that can happen. But you know, it's all a part of life and the cycle and all of that stuff. Just because I look like a bandit, you gotta think I am one, and even if I were a bandit, does that give you the right to crack bandit jokes and humiliate me? I mean, bro, you're wearing a suit. You don't look like a bandit to me. He has a Bluetooth earpiece. I didn't realize... I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Lelouch? Lelouch? Lamperouge is part of her nickname. Protagonist of my favorite anime. Code Geass. Or whatever. Want to know the secret to looking tough? Simple. Grow up with no parents, no backing, and no one to lean on. When you've had to crawl your way through life alone, with nobody ever giving you a second glance, well, you stop giving others the time of day, too. The only thing you trust is the weapon in your hand, and that's how you end up looking like someone no one wants to mess with. Lelouch. Okay. Yeah, I still need to watch that, because I know that's a classic people talk about a lot. Loloid. The tough-looking fighter delivered a string of lines that sounded both melancholic and a bit theatrical. Seems like he's really opened up now. The Purgation Bell, isn't that just some fairy tale from children's storybooks? If you're looking for bedtime stories, don't come to me. Alright. Couldn't dig up any useful intel. Excellent. While young Tiger couldn't gather any intel, the mockery of others only served to strengthen her resolve. Bro, this movie's gonna be such shit. I watched it until it got weird, so like the first season. What do you mean by got weird? This seemingly ordinary pharmacist Bangbu was actually quite the troublemaker in his youth, a master of dark arts who hung up his hat only after getting long in the tooth. And the secrets of the Purgation Bell lie in the hands of this master of dark arts. Oh, Code Geass gets weird. What do you guys mean by weird? What is weird? Is it like anime bullshit with like underage characters, or is it just like surreal? Or like a lot of gore, or what? My brother watched it before me, so I got a heads up. It's hard to explain. Watch it. I mean, do I really want to get invested in something that I'm going to drop after one season because it gets weird? I was going to watch Dorohedoro next. Just watch it. Alright, I'll give it a shot at some point. Speaking of anime, there's the little bot there. Little miss, are you here for herbs or prescriptions? You're a Bangbu master of dark arts. Mwahaha, you found out. Go ahead, young tiger, what do you want to know? Just accept the madness. What episode is that scene? You guys are... The way you guys are talking about it is like the way people talk in anime when they don't want to like reveal the information right off the bat, where they're like, "Oh, you mean it's that guy?" Well, the Purgation Bell's toll can indeed suppress demons. It's actually an artifact that lets demons devour other demons to grow stronger. It's a pretty brutal background, like using other Bangbu's parts to enhance yourself. That's why demons now lurk in Mount Purgation. It's always been a cursed land where evil thrives. Mr. Shelbu, please stop muttering to yourself between your lines with stuff that's not in the script. It's only like 60 episodes. Yeah, that's not that bad. That wraps up today's Inner City shoot. Let's all gear up before we head into the Hollow. Miss Fufu, you did great today. Let me know when you're ready to head to the Hollow. The crew will wait before setting off. Which is still, for me, one of the longer shows.
I'll protect you from
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't get into shows anymore that are like 400 episodes. But, yeah. Watch One Piece and Code Geass in one day. Bro, I'm not...
Perk up, everyone! We've got the big scene today!
At this point, I'm waiting for One Piece to finish, and then I will read all the stuff that I've missed, but following it to week to week just, like, killed my interest in it. Because the thing is, when arcs were fairly short, it wasn't a big problem. But, you know, if you don't like a particular arc of One Piece, in the modern era, you would be reading that arc for like 3 years in real time. So, like, yeah, I got tired of that. Honestly, I hope they make another, like, One Piece Warriors game when it's all said and done, so I can just, like, play through the story all at once. But we'll see.
An old steed in the stable, a hero past his prime. How closely does the fate of Master Tiger mirror Mr. Sung Huang's own struggles in life?
Hey, did you really need to emphasize the old and past his prime parts? Where exactly is the similarity?
You're missing the point. An old steed, I mean the sentiment, heroism, a heart full of righteousness and courage. Attention, everyone! Make sure to capture all of Mr. Sung Huang's magnificence!
Who does this guy remind me of? He talks like a character from Reno 911 who, if you guys haven't seen it, Reno 911's one of the funniest shows out there of all time. Definitely worth watching. But there's a character who's always like... Okay, so if you haven't watched Reno 911, it's kind of like It's Always Sunny, where all the characters are dirtbags, like they're all terrible people. But they always go to a dude who sets up, like, you know, is like children's puppet show in the park, or like, you know, haunted house or whatever, and it's always like a way to get people to, like, you know, grab his balls or whatever, or like to expose himself. And he talks very similarly to this guy when the sheriff's department shows up. He reminds me of Nathan Lane. He does sound a bit like Nathan Lane, yeah.
So that means I don't have much screen time, right? Phew, thank goodness. I can finally focus on investigating the miasma.
Miss Fufu, don't get distracted. We're about to roll. Action!
Master Tiger and Young Tiger venture deeper into the heart of Mount Purgation, drawing closer to the truth behind the purgation.
Alright. Miss Fufu, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. As you know, Mr. Sung Huang is quite proud, and he's not very pleased that I insisted on inviting Miss Fufu to star in the film. But given Mr. Sung Huang's reputation in the industry, I doubt he has any ill intentions. Since you're both from the rare Tiger Thyran clan, perhaps there's even some connection between you two. This is a really weird thing. Like, he's basically like if they were both black, and he's like, you guys are both black, so, like, you should be good, right? Like, hang out with each other. Talk a while. You'll feel better. It's like, yeah, I don't know that that's how that works, man. Why don't you two leads share your thoughts? After all, if you're not on the same page, it'll be tough to create good chemistry during filming. Mr. Song Huang is waiting for you over there.
Mr. Tong Huang, you've always been well respected among tiger thyrans.
Among tiger thyrans? And how many of our kin are still left in New Eridu?
Yeah, it's more like you two are from an indigenous tribe. Yeah, but either way, like, even if it was like, you both are, you know, Inuits from Alaska, like, I still feel like it would be weird to just be like, you two will get along, surely, you know?
That's true. Many that I used to be in contact with have vanished without a trace. But that just makes it all the more heartening to see our kin excel in all walks of life.
You've only been with the crew for 2 days, and you've already picked up how to smooth talk? You're also a distinguished disciple of Yunque Summit, right? I've heard the Master of Swabian Temple is a very powerful individual.
Dude, Master Tiger's such a dick.
Shifu is very powerful. She also saved my life.
Fufu's a tiger thyran, and he's a cock thyran.
If Shifu hadn't brought me back to the mountain when the tiger tribe encountered a great disaster.
Oh? So it was your Shifu that took you in then? Well, you're lucky. But who's to say whether it's fortune or misfortune that we survived that disaster?
The forbidden artifacts must not be used.
You know, what if it was better that we die? Oh, okay, that's really clever and interesting art. Because I was like, did they draw her in a different outfit in that puddle? But I see, that's like the flashback to the incident that's happening. That's really cool. That's a really cool way to do that.
But what choice do we have?
It may be the Hollow or the will of the heavens that claims us, but it can never be.
I'd say it's fortune. We get to experience the world that our kin.
Wait.
Yo, Femcy Grim. What's up? Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Very much appreciated. How you guys doing? Can we get a shout out in the chat? Or I will do the shout out in the chat. There you go. We're playing Uma Musume, Pretty Derby. Ugh. Whew. How was your stream? What is Uma Musume? I'm a One Piece fan. Commitment isn't an issue for me. Weekly reading the manga, though. I'm practically foaming at the mouth, waiting to know what the hell Oda's cooking up. I just watched the anime at this point to kill time. I remember starting it when I was a junior in high school because of two of my friends. That summer vacation, I was caught up to the anime and manga before they even finished Whole Cake Island. They were confused by how I saw everything in 2 months. That's pretty much what happened to me when I was in the hospital, and I was like, I've got so much time to record. I might as well just catch up on One Piece. Thank you, Ginger. My child was racing anime horse girls. What do you mean anime horse girl racing? So if you're racing them, do you like ride on top of them like a horse, or are you like, is it like a track race?
Fufu, stay alive!
From now on, you'll live in their stead.
But we must also bear the pain that they cannot.
The laws of our people shall not be broken.
No, you train them to race themselves. I see. Femcy Grim is my child. No, I got that. I was confused by how anime horse girl racing works. Because I thought it was possible that, you would just like ride on top of them as they ran like you would with a horse. They have tails and ears and manes.
Yes.
Huh.
That's why I started training at Yunquei Summit.
Interesting.
What about you, Mr. Teng Huang? You have your convictions too, don't you?
Blame my 2 best friends for making me a One Piece junkie. My profile picture's my OC wearing my favorite One Piece character's hat and mimicking him. Who's your favorite One Piece character? The game is just as confusing. It seems like it would be. Wait, who's Ben? Ben is the bear in this game. Zenless Zone 0. And I'm his voice actor. Trafalgar Law. That's a good first character, or a character to enjoy. He's a cool one. Welcome in, Allie and Felices?
Thanks a lot!
And Allie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You did a great job. Thank you. It's genuinely a huge honor to be the voice of Ben. He's such a great character, and I genuinely really I really love every chance I get to play him. Elimeno? Oh, Elemeno. I see. I get it. Very clever. Elemeno, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Convictions? I just don't want to follow in
It's a
the
clever
footsteps
name.
of our kin. What meaning is there clinging on to convictions in the face of life and death?
How good are you at confusing games? Will you be down to try? I don't know that anime horse girl racing is my particular cup of tea, to be honest. Depends on how cheap it is, on whether or not I'm willing to try, I guess. Brooke is my second favorite because he has an afro like me. Yeah, Brooke is one of my favorites too. He's a really cool one. This game is a very few games that I toggle both EN and other languages since they're so good. Just put life into the characters very well. Yeah, I really love the English cast for this. It feels crazy that I'm a part of it because there's so many people in it that are like, legends. And yeah, it just feels like everybody was cast like perfectly,
In this world, it's eat or be eaten. You didn't think the entertainment industry would be any different.
His laugh
did
is
you?
iconic. Yo-ho-ho-ho! Yeah, that was the funny thing when I was at that convention a few weeks back. I was talking to Patrick Seitz, because he's a tall guy, I'm a tall guy. I was like, I'm sure you understand how much it sucks to be like this tall when you're on a plane. You can't like sleep, you can't get comfy, whatever. So I was like, when I was flying to Malta, I just didn't sleep the whole time. I was up for like 36 hours. And Ian Sinclair was in the booth next to Patrick Seitz. He walked up, and I had not talked to him. I had not met him. He did not know me. He walked up and he was like, I have not slept for 10 days because that would be way too long. Yo-ho-ho-ho-ho! And then he like walked off, and I was like, what? And then he came back and he was like, that's my favorite Mitch Hedberg joke. And I was like, nice to meet you. I'm Henry. But they were both very nice. They were super cool, super friendly. I had a great time meeting them. How you liking the story so far? I really enjoy it. I'm a big fan of kung fu movies and stuff, so this is right up my alley. It's tall people problems. I'm only 5'10", but I can somewhat relate. 5'10's definitely tall enough that you can relate to not fitting in a plane or a bus super well.
We did give up a lot because of the Hollow, but surely there are things worth holding on to, even when faced with life and death.
How tall are you? I am 6 foot 4 inches. So it's yeah.
Do all mystics speak with such grandeur?
Essentially, if I'm not in like the aisle seat of a plane, it's no go. It's terrible for me. Cause like I can't like lay my head down and crunch up into the seat the way most people would want to. I'm 6'2". Yeah, I mean that's like it's basically the same at that point.
The true meaning of the scriptures is always hard to understand. But I think the reason we train and meditate is to fight for the things worth holding on to.
Our two heroes, the camera, is ready to roll.
Yeah, 100%. I think of all the times I'd use the aisle seat. If you can, some airlines charge extra, but if you can, sometimes you can pick the emergency exit row, and that automatically just gets you free leg room. Some airlines don't charge extra, some do. It's, you know, it is what it is, but it is super nice having that extra leg room, I will say. The horse game is free on Steam, and it just came out for global a few days ago. Let me look up. Let me just look what this horse girl game even looks like real quick. What was it called? Uma Musume?
It's time to head out.
Bro, this game looks ridiculous. Is it a gacha game, or is it... It's like a horse racing game. Yeah. I see.
We shouldn't linger here too long.
Bro, I don't know that I can handle more than one gacha at once. I'm having a hard time just keeping up with this. It's a 5'10" skinny girl. I hate cramped places. I miss the days when I was 5'5" like my grandma, aka when I was still a middle school student, but alas I had to be tall. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, people talk about that all the time where they're like, oh, I wish I was as tall as you, and I'm like, bro, I would gladly give up some inches of height if I could. I mean, I genuinely have a harder time climbing some stuff because I'm so tall. Like, it's ridiculous. I play 3 and I'm cooked. Yeah, like, it's... The only way I could see doing it is if it were literally your job. Facts. People love saying they want to be tall until they get that height. The grass is always greener on the other side, you know? And, they can't see over the fence, so they just have to assume that the grass is greener. I hate ramming my forehead against the kitchen cabinets and the freezer door. Yeah, I mean, we had a
spending money
a
always
little like
feels
chandelier
so good.
sort of thing set up for lights above our table. I would frequently hit my head on them when my mom would decorate for like Christmas and stuff, because there would be all this stuff hanging down. Yo, Lurkin, thank you for the tier 1 sub. 2 months! 2 months of being a subscriber. I very much appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ether corruption, hallucinations, ethereals, monsters? How long you been streaming? It's almost been a year. It's been 11 months. Next month is actually my streamiversary, and it's gonna be a good one. We're gonna be doing 24-hour stream, and with every $5, you know, either a sub or in bits or whatever, I will eat a melatonin or drink a shot of hot sauce. Whoever donates is the one who gets to choose. And then every $25 or 5 gift subs, I will also be doing a shot of wine in addition to the other things. And we're going to have a bunch of fun guests, friends of mine who will be stopping by to hang out, and yeah, it should be a really fun time. That'll be on July 21st. Oh, nice. So basically start after the game drop? Yeah, basically. Actually, yes, exactly. I had to wait until they announced my character and my name specifically, and then I started streaming. Very first stream was Zenless. Ceiling fan that used to be in the living room scares the shit out of me all the time. It was a metal fan, couldn't stretch well under it. Yeah, that is a real fear to have when you're tall, is like, if you stretch your arms up, are you gonna punch the ceiling fan? I was playing a VR game once in the living room, and I went up to swing like something like that, and I obliterated the fan. Like, I'm lucky I caught the side of the blade, so it just spun around. If I had hit it directly on, I might have just like smacked it out of the ceiling, because it was...
In the Hollow
I swung
era,
so hard.
Demons and monsters ravaged the land. Evil spirits plagued the world. The court was corrupt with decadence. The martial world stood leaderless. Bandits ran rampant, and people suffered unbearably.
You need to have a sumo fight with Ben versus the panda. Yeah, something like that would be cool. I also thought it would be fun if they did like an event with Bellabog that was like, you know, a pro wrestling event of some kind. And they send Ben into the ring because he looks the most intimidating, but then, like, the whole time he's like, I don't want to hurt anybody, you know?
However, there are always righteous warriors, drawing their swords and wielding their blades, standing for justice and
Him and
chivalry.
Anton could be a tag team.
The monsters are here!
What evil dares to befoul this place?
What?
I am Ju-Hu-Hu of Yuan-Kui Summit. Prepare to meet your doom!
Master G! Master G is here! We're saved!
Master, please save my daughter. She's still trapped in the village.
Fear not.
Why is she doing like the Jotaro?
Master Ju is here!
It fit right in. Best thing about this game is it's mostly like a real life thing, so they could do so much. Yeah, totally. They could, I mean, there's a lot that they could do that would fit right in. If I lost my hand, I wouldn't be able to give my dogs belly rubs or cradle my cat like a baby in my arms. I would have been devastated. Thankfully, even Grandma was scared of the fan, so she got rid of it. Now there's a ceiling light where it used to be, so no more smacking my hands on anything when I stretch.
There will be no
That's
suffering
good.
where I stand.
Is that a JoJo reference?
Master G!
Jufufu sounds like XJ9 sometimes. Man, I haven't watched My Life as a Teenage Robot in so long. I can't even remember what she sounds like.
Master G!
Master Ju is here, and clear skies will follow!
Master G!
Yeah, that's a One Piece character's laugh. Jufufufufufufufu. Oh yeah, maybe a JoJo reference. Oh yeah, we gotta get that roundabout.
Master G!
Rest here a while. Time is of the essence. I shall rush to the rescue!
Where
can we go?
Yeah, there you go.
I won't betray your... I'll watch over you.
Had to be done, no one was doing it. Exactly. That's right, I'm the sword-wielding hero. Back then my hero didn't show up. This time I won't let the children down again.
Demons! Help! Help me!
Don't leave me alone here!
Live on, my child.
God, it's such a strong team. Can't wait for part 7. Me too. Part 7 is my second favorite part after part 2. So I cannot wait. Honestly, it would be a dream come true if I get to audition for it. I would love to be Gyro Zappelli or Funny Valentine. I mean, I'd love to be anybody in it, but if I could choose one of those two. Alright, I've cleared out all the evil creatures. Don't wander too far.
To the sky!
Whee! Wait, the blind redeem is gone. I can't redeem it. What? Where? Huh. Strange. I didn't do that. That'd be so cool. It would be. Especially because then me and Phil Reich, or Reich, I don't know how I pronounce his last name. We could do like a JoJo stream. 'Cause he's a friend of mine now. We met at that con and we hung out pretty much the whole weekend. And he's a super cool dude. And we'll probably be seeing an appearance from him in a month or so on the Streamiversary stream. My favorite JoJo part was 3, but for the life of me I could never choose a favorite JoJo opening because they're all just so peak. Mine is definitely Bloody Stream, the part 2 one. I listened to that so many times I basically learned how to sing it without ever looking up the lyrics. I'm back, had to get some juice. What kind of juice? Demonic energies everywhere. Somehow we ended up here. No need to panic. I'll deal with the source of that dark energy. Alright. That one's iconic. I mean, I feel like they're all iconic, to be honest, but... Rum and lemonade. Ah, so, some adult juice.
Stop right there!
Get rid of them.
If you like rum, or rum and coke specifically, I had...
Everyone, are you alright?
I got like Malibu coconut rum, mix that with a regular Coke, and it's super good. It's like refreshing, you know? Like, you know, sometimes you drink alcohol and then you're like, but like, the coconut rum I feel like gives it like a tinge to it where it's like, yeah, this is pretty good. Maybe you could add like a slice of lime. I never tried that, but, you know. Malibu is just good. I drink mostly pineapple wine when I drink now. It doesn't give me a hangover the way it does most people. But if I drink a lot of mixed drinks or ciders, I can get a little hungover the next day. So I mostly just stick to the pineapple wine because it's delicious.
Oh, head. So dizzy.
The only opening I learned to sing quite a good chunk of it is in Japanese, is We Are from One Piece. Just makes me feel nostalgic, even though I've only been a One Piece fan since 2022. Oh, I mean, best One Piece opening of all time, the 4Kids One Piece opening. The One Piece rap. It's the best. the people of Japan wish they could have a One Piece opening that good.
I
Yeah,
feel
those
like
chemicals.
I fought this food
Yeah.
for 2 hours.
The equipment... It's all broken. And the film is burnt.
It's probably because the ether concentration got higher than the equipment could handle.
No, forget about the darn equipment! If it weren't for you, we'd all be lost in the hollow. To think that producer promised me a completely safe
4 Kids
filming
dub
environment.
opening. Hell yeah. Ya yo, dreamin'. Don't give it up, Luffy, dreamin'. Don't give it up, Zoro, dreamin'. Don't give it up, Nami, dreamin'. Don't give it up, give it up, give it up, give it now. It's the best one.
I looked around, but there are still some crew members I couldn't find.
The 4 Kids dub may have been shittier in every single way, but it has absolutely the best opening of all time. I also, it's, unpopular opinion, I like Sanji's voice in that one more, purely because I like the weird accent they gave him. I think it's a great choice that helps him stand out. He's just got a lot more aura with that voice.
Right, both the producer and Sun Kwang are missing, as well as other colleagues.
Which I think part of it is also just, it's hard for me to hear Eric Vale as anything other than Trunks. Still can't get over the fact they gave Sanji a lollipop. I didn't even hate that necessarily. I mean, chefs absolutely chain smoke all the time, so it's not that strange, but I didn't mind the lollipop. I thought it was cool. Or Aura, you're a zoomer for real with that language. Well, now that I'm on TikTok, I've gotta do it. Gotta pretend to be aura farming with the Rizzler and all that shit. Like the 10-year anniversary of the OG theme with the VAs seeing it together. Yeah, I mean, One Piece has had a lot of good themes, which I guess makes sense when you think about the fact that it's been going on for 30 years.
I suspect... No, I'm certain this was no accident. The Exaltists are behind this.
Canonically, Sanji started smoking because he wanted to look older. Yeah, but also just because that's what happens when you become a chef. You just become a smoker.
I couldn't care less about the producer's survival, but he has the remaining funds for the film!
But you've all been exposed to highly concentrated ether for too long. You need to leave the hollow as quickly as possible.
And people talk about that where they're like, no, Sanji with the sucker makes a lot more sense because smoking kills your taste buds. He wouldn't want to do that. And everybody who's ever worked in food service is like, dude, every line cook I've ever seen is the biggest smoker. Like,
I'll escort you out first. Mr. Director, please arrange medical assistance for everyone before the corruption symptoms worsen.
Smoker looks over at Sanji and he's like, God damn, I wish I was that guy. One Piece has been around longer than me. It's almost 26 years old. I'm barely going to be 21. Yeah, well, I'm 29. Yeah, so it's, the ravages of time come for us all.
I'll come back with other disciples of the temple and look for the rest of the crew. I'll also get in touch with the association's rescue squad.
You clip that as if I can't just delete that clip at my will.
Thank you, Miss Fufu.
I'm gonna be 79 this year. Yeah, that's because in Australia they count the years by quarters. It's true, it's how we get under or over seasoned food. Yeah. Smoker walks around with 2 cigars in his mouth. Yeah, but you never see him smoked down to the nubs. I feel like Smoker has bigger smoking utensils, but like Sanji's the type to just literally be like, why would you delete it though? I don't know, just because you seem so smug about it. I don't know why this part of the game seems to have really long loading waits for the transitions there. The Exaltus poison runs even more rampant than Shifu expected. There's no time to waste. I gotta tell Shifu about this right away. You're that old lady who was ruining the scene. I'll put it in your Discord now so that if it gets deleted, everyone will see. Again, I could just delete it from the Discord if I wanted. Alright, so I'm all alone. He's not in the room either. Let's go ask Pen Yinhu. Yo, what up? There's a, if I kicked you from the Discord, not possible, because I'm the admin. There's a climber in the IFSC, I want to say, bouldering league, whose name is Yu-Fi Pan. And every time they're talking about him, they'll refer to him as Pan. And I always think, at first I'm like, oh, that climber, Pan Yinhu, and then I'm like, wait, no, that's not right. Shifu asked me to wait for you at the temple before she left. She didn't explain much. All she said was, old grudges are hard to settle. He who ties the knot must untie it. She then said, if Fufu doesn't understand, just tell her this is a problem she needs to solve on her own. Transfer ownership. I mean, yeah, or I could just ban you from the stream and solve the entire thing. Oh, one more thing. Belian was looking everywhere for you. Seems like it had something to give you. Okay. What's up, little man? A mysterious guest just gave me this thing and specifically named Master Fufu to receive it personally. I know I shouldn't bother you without good reason, but they said it was a matter of life and death. Okay.
Faithless souls cannot ascend the stairs to sanctuary, but there's always some kindling in dust more special than others.
Oh, my push-up redeem. Alright, hold on a second. What? Why are the redeems not... Why are the redeems not available? They're supposed to be. It says they're all active. Okay, there we go. Let's fix this. Okay. They should all be active now. Oh, I see. You want me to suffer? Well, I think now that I've given you that ability, then Mo can use all the points he wants to hit you with those push-ups. So, hope you enjoy.
This voice, it's the Exaltist speaker.
Miss Fufu, I'm honored to have you attend my performance, yet you refuse to cooperate. I regret that I must temporarily break this wonderful illusion and discuss the terms of our deal in this cruel and boring reality. The deal is simple. Trade your life for the lives of the crew. The hollow coordinates have been logged in the flash drive. Come alone, or else. I know villains are not to be trusted, but you have no choice.
The recording comes to an abrupt end. This scoundrel's got some nasty intentions. Master Fufu, what should we do? Should Belian go gather Shifu and the disciples? No need to make a fuss. If I don't come back for a while, tell Shifu about this. But since Shifu left me a message beforehand, she must know what's going on. Shifu believes in me too. Yeah, I'll go save him. Vulcan's back. Welcome back. Alright, I'll go do those 5 push-ups. And Shantae, you get to work on your 50.
I'll protect you.
I'm at your time.
You know, just because you were so eager to get the push-ups going, I feel like you're probably pretty happy about that. So, back in a second. Alright. Man, my neck is kind of stiff. I don't really know why. Welcome back, push-ups. If I was not broke, I would issue 50 push-ups as well. You wouldn't be broke if you didn't keep spending it on punishments. When we do that karaoke stream, eventually you're gonna be upset that you don't have the points to redeem anything, but it will be your own fault. Thank you for the stretch, Vulcan. All right.
Existence and annihilation, brilliance and decay, bliss and suffering, all shall return to the Creator.
Obliterate form and spirit.
Still a little ways off, I have time.
The flickering
Yeah, but you
flames of the
never
kindred
save, so
illuminate
it
the
doesn't
steps where
matter.
the sanctuary's chosen.
You always have
Even
plenty
most
of time, and then you
faithless
always
dust shall
waste all
bask
of your
in the sun.
points.
You will be drowned to dust.
Clarity and impurity cycle.
What?
Shift.
Alright.
Hope everyone's okay. We gotta hold on.
One step further, and you may shed your mortal sins. The gate to the final domain does not open without
Yo, what up, Gio? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well.
May the Creator refine
Forgot
us.
to mention Uma Musume is free on Steam and it's a gacha. Oh, I did look up what it is. I don't know that I have the resources to do 2 gachas at once. I can barely manage just this one. So we'll probably have to abstain from that one, but
Our 2 heroes. You must be exhausted.
the message failed to send. What message? What time? Alright. We're
If
almost
Tiger
there.
Thyrans weren't so rare, if the bell wasn't so demanding, I wouldn't have had to go through all the trouble of staging this grand performance just to lure you both into my trap.
I like that he's just
Though I must
villain.
say, I'm surprised that our little cub actually has some claws, unlike a certain paper tiger. Our sect has suffered greatly. Capturing Yishuan's prized disciple is no easy feat.
Thanks to chat and so many people support me. It got me a new job that'll help me invest more often. Nice. I hope it goes well. And I hope it serves you well in what you're trying to do.
I know I wanted a stereotypical villain as a cover, but your lines and character are just a little too villainous, don't you think?
When faced with one's death, is that not when they throw reason to the wind?
You don't actually think you're some sort of fated, chosen antagonist or something, right? Your boss is gone, your organization is in shambles, and yet you just so happen to stumble upon a treasure of the Tiger Thyrans while walking through the Hollow? You're unbelievably stupid. Are the only things rattling around in that head of yours lines to suck up to your creator?
Silence! I should have purified that tongue of yours with the flames of refinement.
Cover? Tiger Thyran treasure? What are you talking about, Mr. Tsung Huang?
The Tigerbane Bell, a specialized W engine capable of resonating with and catalyzing ether. It boosts the user's abilities at the cost of a Tiger Thyran's life.
Hearing somebody say W engine feels incorrect. Thank you. When the time is right, I'll use it for voiceover workshops. Not a bad plan. I've had to do that myself recently.
That's the information you have, right, Mr. Villain?
Criminals using criminals. What a cliche plot twist.
Cliche indeed.
Whingin'.
Which is why it only works on fools.
Whingin'.
The Tigerbane Bell was crafted by my dead kin. Such cruel technology can rapidly catalyze the victim's life energy inside a hollow, at the cost of turning them into an ethereal, of course. And if the victim is a Tiger Thyran, the wielder can even consume the victim's ether aptitude and life energy to strengthen themselves.
So it's literally just like the anime power-up of sacrificing your life for more power.
I remember now. But wasn't that a forbidden relic of the Tiger Thyrans? It should have been lost in that disaster all those years ago.
It is indeed a forbidden weapon of our people. What I told you wasn't a lie.
I missed like an hour of content doing housework. Are we in a hollow? Yes.
But I didn't tell you the whole truth either. The user must be a Tiger Thyran, and they must also have an ether resonance that matches that of the victim.
Well, not their own life, but... I thought they said it was the life of the wielder. I guess maybe I misunderstood. About to get on Monster Hunter Wilds since Legaia Chris is finally here in their recent update. Ooh, that's cool. I considered getting Monster Hunter Wilds since it's on sale right now, but still not enough money off for me to want to spend it. Like, it's now the price of like a normal game. But I don't know. There's not a lot for the Steam sale that I really want, so I may end up getting it. We'll just have to see.
Such restrictions are what prevent this powerful tool from being abused by villains. We Tiger Thyrans aren't foolish enough to create a tool that could be used against us.
There's no reason to preserve such cruel technology.
Cruel? Yes, it's cannibalistic and cruel. But life in and
Like
of
that his name
itself is
changed to
cruel.
False Hero.
Tiger of Yunquay Summit. We never had the courage to face such harshness until the downfall of our kin. So after this, I'll be the only one who must live with this cruelty.
What are you two yammering on about? Seems like you've completely forgotten about me, the villain.
My phone stopped me from elaborating further. It's interesting, especially you do have to do underwater combat. Oh, they put underwater combat back into Wilds. I mean, that was one of the worst parts of Monster Hunter 3. But if they've changed it the way that they changed the controls to all feel better and flow better, I'd be willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that it's actually decent now.
I'll use this Tigerbane Bell right now and send you both on your way. What? Why isn't it working?
You just don't listen, fool. Your part as the villain is coming to an end. But before that, do me one last favor. Help me defeat this outstanding disciple of Yunquay Summit. I don't think she's so kind-hearted that she'll simply let me devour her. Eat or be eaten. That's the way of the world, Ji Fufu.
Bro, you're all about how your entire race has been exterminated and extinguished, and now you're gonna kill one of the last few? Tiger Thyron, claiming to be Master Tiger, breaks free and easily takes control of the Tigerbane Bell. The Tigerbane Bell, the forbidden weapon of the Tiger Thyrans, trembles, suspended in midair. The Wenjin radiates an ear-piercing sound and instantly turns the Exaltist into a terrifying ethereal.
A grand performance indeed.
I see.
Driving the tiger to devour the wolf. A sandpiper and a clam locked in a struggle, only for the fisherman to claim the prize. A mantis stalking a cicada, unaware of the finch behind it, waiting to strike.
What a nuisance. Let's make this quick. I'll cover you.
These classic plots never get old. But I think I prefer playing the villain.
Give it to me.
Give up. Rather than becoming food for the ethereal, why not nourish your own kind?
What a nuisance. Swift yet still.
Isn't that more in line with your so-called righteousness? Yunquei Summit's proud disciple.
Purge corruption, restore clarity.
Otherwise, wouldn't that be a waste of the grand hero story I so carefully staged just for you?
That was literally verbatim from Beastars. Ooh, cutscene.
Surrender now! You've gone too far!
Yo.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Incredible.
Quite on set.
Why didn't you just finish me?
Because true heroes stand tall for justice.
Dude.
Seems I've lost, you lucky child.
She should have done him like Ip Man. When he's on the ground, just bah, 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 bah. Make the last of your kind extinct. What type of reverse logic is that? I do not understand his motivation at all. This is what my cats do in the middle of the night.
I put on such a great performance, but in the end...
Putting on such a show, taking so many lives, all just to... steal my power?
When all careful plans fail, it all comes down to one fatal miscalculation. I knew all Yunquei Summit disciples were good, but I didn't think you were this good.
I'm a senior of Swabian Temple, Tiger Thyron Jufufu, the righteous heroine Master Ju.
I don't, like, it's like, I'll steal your power, but also, like, for what, though?
Oops, I didn't mean to say that last line.
You're really into the role, aren't you? Let's finish the scene then. Come, Victor. Use the forbidden artifact stained with the blood of our kind, the Tigerbane Bell, and devour me.
Who would want to devour you? You look like a villain who's hard to stomach.
Hard to stomach?
Bro, why is all this cake in our face? Hey, it's only fair. They do it to all the women. All I can think about is the Buddhist poem in Kung Fu Hustle. Meant to stop a fight without killing the target. Fair enough. I can't see his cake. Here. God, this fucking... There you go. For all of you. And now we go back. clipping this as well for future reference. For your gooning, you mean? Oh, there we
Do you
go.
think I've been eating nothing but good food on my journey?
It's a very floofy tale, 10 out of 10. I think Jufufu's tale is floofier, but I don't know. It's just me.
So you murdered the real Mr. Tsang Huang with the Tiger Bane bell, right?
I siphoned the life of our kin and stole the power within their flesh, along with all the hatred, suffering, and anger. Eat or be eaten. That's how I've come this far.
You want to live
So
this
he's...
life, even at the cost of hurting your own kin?
Wait, is this like a body snatcher thing, or...
Eat or be eaten. You'll understand soon, Fufu.
I don't understand, and I don't agree with it.
I don't understand. I can't read.
If we have to live by devouring the flesh of others, then why? Why do we fight so desperately to stop the Hollow from devouring us?
But, Jufufu, you're a carnivore. You literally have to survive by eating the flesh of others.
Ideals and principles that the Tiger Thyron settlement was swallowed by a Hollow. If we'd only used the Tiger Bane bell that day, that ethereal would have been...
There is no if only. When I was young and would remember that night, crying and saying if only, that's what Shifu would tell me. Sacrificing the lives of one's kin in order to save the rest. Is that doing the right thing?
Maybe he's just Shang Tsung.
The good at that moment, the evil at that moment. Perhaps it's all just a matter of a single thought. A single thought leaves behind so many regrets, so many what ifs, and so much sacrifice and love. But there is no if only. I've stopped dwelling on the rights and wrongs of the past. All I know is that here and now, I have to do what's right.
How do you know that my choice is wrong?
Shifu also taught me another lesson. Know when to stop reasoning with the bad guys. You couldn't beat me today, so you have no choice but to take my words as a given. Maybe one day I'll be able to answer your question, or maybe I won't. But until some other powerful villain takes my life, I'll continue doing what I think is right. I won't devour you, nor will I take your life. I'm handing you over to public security and making sure you receive judgment in the name of the righteousness that you so despise.
Fufu.
Huh?
I hate your name. It makes me feel you've had too good a life this far.
I like my name.
What does her name have to do with anything?
Make me feel like I've had a good life so far.
Is that like one of those things where like Jufufu means like chosen one of happiness or something? Like what? The Tiger Thyron that was neither Master Tiger nor Song Huang was subdued by Fufu, and what awaits him is not retribution or the repayment of a blood debt, but the judgment of public security. Okay, but it's... So how did this guy happen? Like, what... Did he kill the other guy and then take his body, or like what? It doesn't make any sense, because he theoretically looks exactly like the guy that he supposedly killed. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. And it also doesn't make any sense. He's like, they killed all of our kin, so I need more power. As such, I'm going to kill you, one of the last of our kin. For reasons, I guess? Just super weird. Oh. Well, there goes the good music. Jufufu reports everything that happened in the Hollow to Shifu about the film crew's perils, the manipulated Exaltist, and of course the Tiger Thyran who hunted his own kind.
You've grown a lot, Fufu.
Gonna have to watch a video of something overanalyzing the lore implications of this. Yeah. Fufu means good fortune. The Chinese characters also mean tangerine. I guess that makes more sense.
You're making me blush, Shifu. Though, what are you referring to? My fighting? Magic? Or tactics?
I'm talking about your skill in lecturing villains on morality.
Shifu, you're making fun of me again.
It's an important skill for us good guys to have.
You must practice your talk no jutsu for it to be valuable in battle.
Making your grand entrance with an impressive line and exiting with righteous words. Isn't that exactly the kind of hero you aspire to become, Fufu?
Just like my
Maybe
hero,
being
Naruto.
a great hero or a legendary figure doesn't always mean you have to be impressive, brave, or even powerful. Maybe doing the right thing is more important than becoming a hero.
Yes, yes, master the art of talk no jutsu. Believe it.
Master Fufu.
Huh? Yes, Shifu.
Remember to feed the bird for me.
Okay. Legend of the Tiger Warrior couldn't complete filming as scheduled. What's currently showing at Swabian Temple is a director's cut cobbled together from filming footage and behind-the-scenes clips.
That's impressive. So you crushed the schemes of the Exaltus and Master Tiger just like that?
Okay, well, what's worse, talk no jutsu or the power of friendship? That's the real question. I think both of them are good or bad depending on how they're used. Because I don't think there's anything hyper than somebody being at the end of their rope and being like, I can't do it, and then their friends show up to help, and then they all like gather together and they win because they all work together. But I also hate when it's used where it's like, yeah, this guy, he can see the future. He is literally God. You cannot beat him. There's no possible way. And they're like, yeah, but through the power of friendship, we did it. Talk no jutsu, I feel like that's the worst one just because it gets used poorly a lot more often. Like, having Naruto talk to every villain that he fights and be like, why did you turn out this way? I just wish we could have been friends. And it's like, bro, you don't need to be friends with fucking everybody, and this guy's a genocidal murderer. Like, sometimes it's okay to just think somebody's an asshole and fight them instead of being like, I understand too, because I was sad when I was a kid. But I like when it's used where it's like, you know, they try to talk with the villain tries to talk it out back, and they have the discussion, but they just see that it's not gonna work, you know? Like, if you're like, please, let's talk, and they're like, fine, let's talk. They're like, why are you doing this? And they're like, because there's a problem with the system, and it can't be stopped until the system is dismantled. And they're like, yeah, but what if we work together to, you know, change it from the inside? And they're like, nope, it's not going to work. I've seen it done before, and I don't follow your train of thought on it. And then it's like, all right, well, we tried, but we still got to fight, you know? I like that more, but Henry, if someone rats you out, there's a jutsu called Drown a Rat no Jutsu. Hell yeah. My favorite jutsu, Colombian necktie. What is an alternative to talk no jutsu? The alternative to talk no jutsu is gat no jutsu, where you pull out your gun, point it, and bam, 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 bam. Takes out the villains, their argument pretty quick. Yes, I too committed genocide. We should be friends. That's why I like Luffy. He throws hands first, then asks questions. Yeah, Luffy will beat someone half to death and then be like, oh, you know what, we're cool, and then he'll leave. Or he'll beat somebody half to death, and then they'll be like, wait, what if I give you money? And then he beats them all the way to death.
No need to praise me. Shifu's actually been secretly watching over me all this time. That's how we always managed to get away safely. So even if I ran into a situation I couldn't handle, Shifu would have stepped in and taken care of it.
Master Fufu's prowess is rivaled only by her humility. Since Shifu never showed up, doesn't that prove you're already a capable hero in your own right?
Just give him food and he'll be your best friend.
Junior Wise, don't call me that!
Luffy having the horrible moral dilemma of this guy's a slaver and he's a piece of shit, but also he is offering me a lot of steak. So...
Plus, I realized that rather than being called Master Fufu, I much prefer being everyone's senior disciple Fufu.
I think that's why One Piece's power of friendship works. Yeah, because, like, there have been several times where they actually work together to fight somebody, and it's like, yeah, that's the power of their friendship. Versus, like, somebody just being like, I'm motivated by my friends, so now I can beat you. And it's like, well, why couldn't you beat them before?
So don't be afraid when you encounter demons or evil spirits. Senior disciple Fufu will always be there to defeat them.
If you're keeping someone from having the freedom to eat, Luffy will kill you. Just look what he did to Kaido. Yeah. Luffy's a simple guy, but he knows what he's about. Yay. It's been complete. Wait, is this a different story? What? There's more? What is this? No food? Why? They don't let you eat? Where they at? I'm gonna beat their ass. These hands may be rubber, but I'll throw them all the same. Yunquei Summit has no lack of talents, all heroes in their own right. This day, Senior Fufu returned from another demon-slaying mission. Every time I come back from the hollow, my stomach starts growling. Ethereals can feed on corrupt ether, but we mystics can't live on spiritual energy alone. We need real food. Monkey D's hands, Luffy. Yinhu. Senior Fufu, you look all worn out. Just got back from a mission, huh? Let me guess, you're here for my cooking again. But right now I've got a job from Shifu to clear out ethereals in the hollow. It's not exactly a tough mission, but I can't afford to waste any time. When you rest in the temple for a bit, I'll come back and cook something just for you. I've got a plan. How about I take on your mission while you stay at the temple and cook? My tummy begs to differ. Don't worry, I'll be back like lightning before the food's even done cooking. Okay. After the 4th hit of Jufufu's basic attack, if Hue is present, trigger chain attack. Alright. I don't know what this is. I haven't really done a story thing like this before. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Dude, the Bang Boo does like a Psycho Crusher. Psycho Crusher. Whoa. Basically just daily life stuff. I see. Heard my grandma call me to get something to eat from the kitchen, but I saw a flying roach. My ass is not leaving my room until that thing goes somewhere else or my cat kills it. God damn. Maybe that's what you're supposed to eat, is the flying roach. I'd unalive the roach for you if it weren't for the pain I'm feeling when moving. Why are you feeling pain when you move? What's going on? Head to Peace Herbal to buy medicinal herbs. Okay. Gonna stream for longer than usual. No, I'm just doing this until we run out the clock, basically. Because it is hot in here. I hate roaches. Why them MFs had to fly too? Disgusting ass creature. Yeah, I am not about flying bugs. I do not enjoy it. The worst is when a bug that's big enough that you can like feel it and hear it like smack into you, flies into you. That's a horrible, horrible feeling. Got most of the hits when trying to stop some family members from fighting. I ended up with a black eye and a bunch of bruises around my body. Jeez. I guess family game night didn't go well. It was the death of another family member that caused this. That is a strange way to deal with the death of a family member, but hopefully you'll be all right soon. Definitely rest up and try to heal. Usually okay with bugs until they fly, and if they're big enough I can see them without my glasses on. Yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere in their direction. It's fair enough. Okay. She's not the active character. I'll just keep using that one. At least I didn't end up in the hospital. Yeah, that's true. That's a good silver lining.
I learned from the best.
Come on, somebody hit me. Hit me.
Look out.
Alright, whatever.
Cycle of yin and yang.
Up to clean.
I don't know if you've seen the Uma Musume game, but I'm addicted to it. Yeah, well, Femc came in here on the raid, and she was playing it. I had not seen anything about it until then. I still don't really understand. I know it's a horse racing gacha game where the horses are also just girls. But like, what is the gameplay? Like, what do you do other than pull for horse girls? It's like a trainer sim. So you just choose, like, you know, today we're training legs, or, you know, arms, or like conditioning or whatever. You have to download it to find out. I mean, or I could just watch a YouTube video. Training speed or stamina, and random things happen along the way. I see. I don't think my cat even saw the roach. He just wanted back into my room. Guess whatever it was that Grandma made's gonna get cold until I feel brave enough to just run in and out of the kitchen without tripping over myself. Well, I wish you luck, and I hope the roach is already gone by the time you manage to get to the kitchen. And I hope whatever your grandma made is not dependent on heat to be good.
Cycle of yin and yang.
May the roach not end up on the food. Yeah, definitely that one.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds has Seregios in the update as well, or what the community calls him, Steve. Was Seregios the monster who kind of looks like a pine cone? He's like an electric pine cone. I want to say it was electric. Alright. Well, it appears that is everything for now. We have done it, everybody. We have done the impossible. And we are now finished with Jufufu's story. It was a really good one. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Alright, so I hope you all had a good time. And I hope you all will be here Wednesday. We're getting back into Hades 2. Hades 2, Electric Boogaloo, Hades Nuts. And yeah, thank you all for being here. Very much appreciated. Funny enough, my room's like 5 steps away from the kitchen, so when she called me, I opened the door, looked to my left, saw something move, noticed the roach, saw it fly, and proceeded to step back and close my door again. Well, good luck. You may have to take a shoe to it if you can. Alright, let's see who we got to raid tonight. Let's do this person. Oh, they are apparently they're apparently not there at the moment. So we will pick somebody else. All right. Let's do this person. Can you even raid on Kick? Is this person leaving? All right, maybe not that person. Sometimes it's just hard to find somebody to raid, to be honest. Do what you can, but everybody's fucking gone, or they don't speak English. All right, you know. Okay, the other person came back. Here we go. Who we raiding? What about Mari? I didn't want to raid somebody I knew tonight. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, Wednesday we will be back with Hades. And yeah, I will see you all then. Bye-bye.